Well, now to the latest on the brutal attack against two NYPD officers.
Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg staying silent as we try to ask why 5 of these suspects were released without bail.
Fox 5's Linda Schmidt joins us live from Midtown. And Linda, you tried to press Bragg on that very question earlier today.
Yeah, I sure did. I tried to press him, and other reporters tried to press him on that issue as well. But he was not interested in talking to any of us earlier today. And it appears the governor is not supporting him in this case. DA Bragg, why did you not ask for bail? Why didn't you ask for bail for these migrants? District Attorney Alvin Bragg trying to get away from questions about his decision to release 5 illegal migrants charged with assaulting 2 NYPD officers in Times Square that was caught on camera. All 5 were released without bail, even though they are charged with a felony. Now 4 of them have reportedly fled the state. State Attorney General Letitia James weighing in.
Despite the fact that they have allegedly fled to Florida, the long arm of the law will find these individuals. They will be arrested.
What do you have to say to the people of New York? You have nothing to say to the citizens of New York? DA Bragg immediately left a hotel in Midtown after attending a winter conference with Governor Hochul and the state's 61 other district attorneys. The 4 other city DAs attended a news conference with the governor, who took questions.
In the past few days, and you've said this multiple times, that you are looking to judges and prosecutors to do the right thing. Do you think that DA Bragg did the right thing by releasing illegal migrants charged with assaulting 2 New York City police officers violently, who have no ties to New York City, New York State, or this country? Do you think he did the right thing? And they're charged with felonies.
Anytime there's an assault on a police officer, which is a very serious offense, it is bail eligible and bail should be sought, meaning right now that they should be sitting in Rikers.
Okay, now, even though you just saw there in my report that DA Bragg had every opportunity to speak with reporters and address this issue, earlier today he chose not to, and he had every opportunity to do it. Instead, what he ended up doing was calling a late news conference. That happened about an hour ago. Now, at that news conference, he said they don't have any proof at this point that 4 of the illegal migrants have fled the state. However, they are continuing to investigate that. He also had this to say.
We do not tolerate people assaulting police officers, but in a court of law, and our profound obligation is to make sure we have the right people charged with the right crimes.
And by the way, this investigation is ongoing. Police are saying there could be as many as 14 people who were involved in that assault on those 2 New York City police officers last Saturday. Back inside to you.
Wow. Linda, thank you so much.